There are people that go to Vegas or consider going to Vegas that overlook Fremont and the Fremont Street Experience as a place to go and spend time and spend the night there enjoying yourself, because a lot of people tend to gravitate towards the Las Vegas Strip with all the casinos there, and that is a great area too. I love that area, especially staying in a casino resort and going up and down the Strip, exploring the different casino resorts, or just hanging out at your favorite casino, going to the pool if it's nice weather, and doing gambling and gaming if that's what you like to do. There's just a lot to do on the Las Vegas Strip. But if you are planning a trip to Las Vegas, don't overlook the fun that you could have at the Fremont Street Experience. And if you've seen anything online that's negative about it, just be aware that a lot of these negative things that you hear about the Fremont Street Experience, it's kind of the same with any place that has a lot of people. Mix in alcohol, late night fun, and entertainment, and you might have a recipe for some potential negative things to happen on occasion. But again, if you go to Fremont Street, you're going to see that there's visible security, a high presence of law enforcement, undercover as well, that you don't see. And there are things that have happened in the past that are not good, bad things that have happened, but those are isolated instances. And again, it's not representative of the everyday stuff that goes down at the Fremont Street Experience. And there's some reasons that I put together in this video that I think you might want to consider going to the Fremont Street Experience if you have not done so. And if you are looking to go to Vegas, definitely at least devote one night to traveling up to the Fremont Street Experience. It's not far from the Las Vegas Strip, and check it out and see what it has to offer. But I'm going to give you a few reasons why I think it's a viable addition to the fun that you're going to have on the Las Vegas Strip. So here are some reasons why exploring the Fremont Street Experience can be a great thing to do, and staying safe and pretty healthy if you think about it, if you do it this way. I don't drink much, and I find that I myself don't compromise my health and still have fun, even though I'm not a big drinker and I'm not a big late night partier per se. But occasionally, especially when you go to Vegas, you kind of always have to do that a little bit, just because you're there and you get motivated to do that. And one of the things I like about Fremont is that you could have some exercise just by walking around the Fremont Street Experience, and it just keeps you moving to be in that environment, traveling around on foot, walking around, and it burns calories, so it adds up over time. And I think this is something that a lot of people forget about or overlook. It can be healthy in that regard. So walking around does keep you healthy, of course. It matters if you, on the other hand, put a lot of bad food into your body and drink a lot, then it's not healthy. But if you keep those at bay, those things at bay, and just walk around and don't overconsume or don't indulge in too many negative foods, then walking around is going to give you a nice, pleasant physical activity that is low impact and will burn calories as well. Next is the amazing street performance. And again, it's hit or miss. Sometimes they're pretty good, sometimes it's kind of boring. But the street performers that are around there in the Fremont Street Experience are sometimes world-class entertainers that just are small-time people that, there's not like a big career for some of their acts, but they do perform on the Fremont Street Experience, and sometimes they are pretty good. It's just subjective, depending on what kind of entertainment you like. But the world-class entertainers there that are there sometimes in the Fremont Street Experience are there, and you don't need to enter a club or anything like that to enjoy that. They're just out in the open, and sometimes they may ask for donations, but it's there if you just want to have that type of an entertainment as well as you walk around. Next is the Viva Vision light show, and this is describing one of the largest LED screens in the world, which provides kind of like it's the visual light show that you see if you ever see videos of the Fremont Street Experience. The overhead lights that you see, that's the light show. So it's a giant LED screen that has a lot of cool lights and different images depending on what's going on at the time or the season. And it's a great thing that makes a nice vibrant mood and give you some pretty cool vibes in the Fremont Street Experience. And by the way, this is all totally free. You could see all this for free. Then there's the unique people watching that you can have and enjoy. Fremont Street Experience is a great way to kind of soak in the Las Vegas vibes and the vibrant energy from the crowd and the people that are going there to have a good time. So that's an overlooked thing as well. Just people watching in general in different facets of life, whether it's going to the mall, going out to the beach. That is a nice activity just to be in a social environment, I think is awesome. Of course, we got to mention the live music, which is pretty much everywhere in the Fremont Experience. Tons of free performances without the need to buy drinks or enter into a club. Then you have the exciting casinos, which is good if you are into gaming and gambling. You can test your luck and marvel at the historic gaming spots. The casinos on the Las Vegas Strip are more modern and newer, but the ones on the Fremont Experience area, they tend to be more of the legacy ones, vintagey type casino resorts with a little bit more of a reputation from the olden days. So that's a nice way to enjoy that type of vibe as well. If you like casino resorts as well, you can experience that in the Fremont Street Experience area. And of course, the affordable fun continues because you don't need a big budget to enjoy the Fremont Street Experience. When you walk into the Fremont Street Experience, sometimes you got to pass security. And when you do that, you're basically in. Everything is free on the outside to walk around and enjoy yourself, unless you, of course, buy a drink or something like that. But you don't have to walk into a club necessarily. You don't have to go somewhere to see live music other than just be outside. There's a stage where bands perform. Sometimes there's little street performers that are also performing. And you can walk around, and that is totally free to enjoy the light show up above. Totally free to do that. This next one is subjective, and it depends on what you like and how you choose to select your foods. But you could also taste some pretty healthy foods. So if you want to keep it healthy, you could be very selective about how you pick the places that you're going to eat at and what you choose to eat. But there are a wide variety of dining options. So with that said, it's up to you how healthy you want to be or not. You know, if you're just going there for one night, you could probably get away with whatever and it's not going to hurt you. But if you want to keep it healthy, there's a lot of variety. So it's up to you. There are many foods and dining places to choose from. So keeping it healthy shouldn't be too difficult. And I kind of alluded to this one before, but the history is everywhere. Fremont tends to be a little bit more vintagey and legacy type place. And you can learn a lot about the vintage Vegas and its fascinating past online. And the Fremont Street Experience certainly lends itself to that as well. Next is the photo ops, as you can go to a lot of places in the Fremont Street Experience, have a lot of spots where you can snap unforgettable pictures with a lot of cool things in the background, and the neon lights and the artistic murals and just everything about the Fremont Street Experience lends itself to being a nice place to grab a nice snapshot and post it on your social media or just keep it for your memories. Next, the Fremont Street Experience feels kind of like an outdoor adventure. It's like an urban hike with an extra dose of excitement as you walk around and are inundated with all those street performers, other people and tourists going around just looking to have a good time in a relaxed environment, but still with the music and that edge that at any moment things can get a little bit chaotic. But yeah, it is like an outdoor adventure. Next is the SlotZilla zipline. And this one is a thrilling ride that you can do with, basically it's a zipline that goes above the crowds in the Fremont Street Experience that you just fly over the crowds on a zipline and you don't have to pay extra to watch that. You could see the people doing it. Of course, there is a charge if you want to experience that ride yourself and do it, but it's a great thing even just to watch that as well as people zip line above your head in the Fremont Street Experience. And you don't have to step into a nightclub, which is huge, because everything I'm telling you is stuff that you could primarily do outside walking around the Fremont Street Experience. Of course, I kind of alluded to this before as well, that there is a social atmosphere that I think is a positive thing. You can be around people and feel that buzz without feeling the pressure to party hard. It just depends on the level of intensity that you want to take it to, just walking around and having a great time. But every once in a while, you could take it up a few notches if you feel so inclined. I might have briefly touched on this before, but there is safety in a crowd. Security is visible. There's a heavy police presence and security presence, of course, to keep everybody safe and having a good time. And that lively atmosphere does make for a safe environment, because there is kind of safety in numbers. It's not like you're going to a place that doesn't have a lot of people and it's a little bit sketchy. There's so many people here, and also a lot of security and a lot of law enforcement presence there. So it's something that there's a lot of potential for stuff to happen, but at the same time, almost nothing ever happens. It's very rare that you'll hear about something happening on the Fremont Street Experience. Also, no cover charges. This is huge. Unlike many spots on the Las Vegas Strip, entry to most places is free. And of course, entry into the Fremont Street Experience itself, where you could have the bulk of your fun, is totally free as well. Of course, you do have to pay for your drinks, but the music, the lively entertainment, the being in the social environment, walking around with your drink on the street is a totally free experience. That is awesome. Of course, there are local vendors and little shops that you could check out to get souvenirs, see art, and cool handmade goods on the Fremont Street Experience as well. And depending on when you go, when you watch this video, these businesses open and close all the time, but there are and have been escape rooms and attractions nearby with unique experiences without any need for alcohol. So you don't have to feel that you have to be pressured to drink to have a good time. Plenty of stuff to do without needing to do that. And it's a great spot for groups, perfect for a fun outing with friends without the excessive partying if you don't want to do that. It's also easily accessible and easy to navigate, very close to the Las Vegas Strip, where you just basically can take an Uber or a rideshare or something like that and you're there. Or you could stay at one of the casino resorts that is in the Fremont Street Experience zone. It's compact enough area to explore thoroughly in one evening, so that's a good thing as well. So yeah, overall, Fremont Street Experience, I give it a thumbs up. You make about it what you want. You can take it to an intensive level as you want, or be a little bit more subdued like I do. But it's a true Las Vegas experience. You can soak in the essence of Las Vegas, but without going overboard if you don't want to do that. So anyway, guys, hopefully you got something out of this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.